Hello and namaste, it's Jewel from Goddess Creative. How you going? Okay. I know I haven't put out a lot of content lately, but it's predominantly because I have really been enjoying this time of just really investigating a lot of different investments and a lot of different projects as well, and it's just given me time to myself to really go through and have a good look at what could be interesting going forward for 2024. Now, we had the Bitcoin ETF approved yesterday, and that was really exciting. I did a little talk to Spirit, and I haven't made that video available, but I should. And I did get that, yes, you would be able to buy it today, Friday. So I did this video on Tuesday before it had been approved. So that was interesting, and I think it's really exciting, and I think it's wonderful. It's absolutely amazing, wonderful that we got this institutional wealth coming into the market. It is so because it's an ETF, and you're not actually managing your own Bitcoin yourself, your own wallet yourself. From that perspective, I wanted to see the effect that it would actually have on the digital assets market. So that was what that video was about. So yeah, we will do well going forward. Everything will unfold as it should. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And I'm back. It is a great opportunity for, the average person that is not comfortable moving funds around or investing in something like cryptocurrency, because they have not been in it for a long time and they find it really difficult to manage their own wallets or, hold their own keys or whatever. But those of us that are die-hard, like myself, die-hard crypto investors, long-term, it's, in that respect, it's a really good just acceptance and really good unfolding for the whole cryptocurrency market. Basically, it's good for altcoins, it's good for Bitcoin. It just offers a solid way going forward and more acceptance by the masses, and so that is a really good thing. Okay, let me not try to ramble on too much. I've been looking at other things. I've been looking. All right, I'll start with the cryptocurrency first, and then I'll move on to the ETFs and give you a little update of information that I've got for different ETFs. So, because that's what I've been doing this morning. I've been doing a reading, and I've been talking to Spirit about different ETFs to invest in, looking at some of the grayscale ones, but also looking at some of the yield max ones. And you can see my dog in the background there. She's doing a wee in the garden. Yes, she is. Okay, so I've been looking at them, so that's really interesting, because I'm looking at diversifying and something that's going to pay dividends over the next few years. So that's the information that I wanted to know, and what would be a good investment. So yeah, I've also been looking at some Solana comparables, okay? Things that are comparable to Solana. Sorry. Where I'd left off was I have been looking at a lot of different things. A few different projects that are Solana comparables, and one of them is SEI, S-E-I. Another one is Monad, and another one is Celestia, T-I-A, Celestia, and Akash. So let's just let you know what I've got for these ones. So I do get that SEI, say, it is a good investment in 2024. This one does make some nice gains going forward in 2024. It gets way past its all-time high, this year. It has a really low all-time high. It's pretty close to it now. Well, not far from it. So yeah, it easily gets past its all-time high in 2024 is what I'm getting. It gets to some nice prices by the end of this year, and at the beginning of next year, it gets its new all-time high, right? But for the year of 2025, I get that this project goes pretty much sideways. And then come 2026, it does really well, is what I'm getting for the SEI project. The next one I've had a look at, and I could hardly get any information, was Monad. In fact, I don't have a price on it in CoinGecko. It's M-O-N-A-D. So this one I don't get is having good price movements or doing anything for 2024 or 2025 or 2026. I just don't get. I've had a look at it thinking I might have, found a nugget, but no. Okay, so we'll just move along from that. The next one I'm looking at is Akash Network. Now, I've read Akash before. I think I read Akash maybe in 2021. It's been around for a little while, but I know I've read it before. I didn't love it back then. Like, I didn't think, like, people rave about these projects, and that's understandable. So this one, I do get it'll do well. It'll do well in 2024 is what I'm getting for Akash. With the ticker AKT, I do get that this one will do well. Come the end of the year, people will be happy with this, but it won't reach its all-time high until the end of this year, is what I'm getting. So it does do well. I'm getting it does well. I'm getting come next year, it's going to be going sideways though. And I don't get it doing huge growth once it's had this quite good run for this year and early 2025. I'm getting it sideways for a bit of time after that. So I'll just leave that there, and that's all I'll say with that one. The other project that I looked at is Celestia with the ticker TIA, and this one I do get does very well. So this one I get 2024, it does very well. Easily gets back to its all-time high very soon. Within the next 6 months, it gets back to its all-time high. It's pretty close. It's not far from it now. So it has a new record all-time high this year, and I get that it does very well. Next year it does well. Let me just say well. In respect, it will be going it will be maintaining its price and most likely a lot of sideways, but it's still doing good. But what I'm trying to differentiate between is 2026 and 2025 for this project. It's because I get in 2025, this one is excellent. So it does really well. In 2025, the energy of it is much better again, better than 2025, okay? So yeah, I'm liking that. So that's a good one, okay? All right, so I'm moving along here, and I'm not wanting this video to go too long, but it probably will do. The longer they go, the longer they take to upload. But anyway, the next is privacy coins. I had a little ask around privacy coins, and oh, hang on, let's go back. No, gaming. I asked about this gaming coin, right? Immutable. The ticker is IMX, immutable. This one will do really good. This one's doing good. This will do good in 2024. I think it will, what I got from Spirit is I got sideways in 2025 for it, but in 2026 I got good again. So that's for immutable. This one does get back to its all-time high, and it has a new all-time high come through. So I get the all-time high in 2025 for it, and then a new all-time high in early 2025 for it. So it does well, okay? So that's immutable. Now let's have a look at these privacy coins. Of course, I asked about the famous Monero. Those of us who have been in cryptocurrency for a long time, we've all held Monero at some stage. I know I have. This is a classic old favorite. This one I get will be a bit slow in 2024, but it'll realize its potential gain a little bit later down the track. So I get for 2025 and 2026, Monero is going to be doing really well, okay? I also asked about Casper, is it Casper? That's how you say it. Anyway, Casper, doing really good for doing good for 2024, 2025, and 2026 is what I got. Okay, so this one is doing good. Yeah, we're liking that. I also asked about the memes, okay, meme coins, the two most popular. I asked about, I don't have in my awareness a lot of the memes, so I'm asking about what I'm aware of. Others have not been brought to my attention, so I haven't asked about them. So Doge, all right, obviously. The all-time favorite meme is Doge. I don't get it's going to have huge, it's just not as popular this year in 2024 as what it was. So I do get it'll get some movement, but it's just not great. It will get back to its all-time high, but I'm not getting it until 2025 for that, okay? So it still makes progress, and that's great, but it's not, it's not what it once was, but it's still strong because it's well known, and it's a name that's well known. So it's got that known name, so that's helpful with it. On the other hand, Chiba Inu, Chib, I do get will do well in 2024. So yes, that will do well in 2024. I've had a fairly decent deep dive into Chib, and I'm liking that. So it's good, okay? I also checked some AI, I checked one AI coin, which is Singularity Net, AGIX, right? And whilst it is steady and moving forward this year and next year, overall, in the long term, there will be better AI coins to invest in than this most famous one, AGIX, Singularity Net. Yeah, there will be better coins, AI coins to invest in than this one. Only because, I'm not saying that this doesn't have a movement and run, it does. I get it. It's actually in my digital assets guide, and I've got the prices for it in my digital assets guide, the DAG. So I do get it moving up, but I do get it fading fast. I can't read it after 2027. I can't read it at all. But for this next movement, yes, we'll still make some gains. Okay, I'm going to move on to what I've got here. I'm going to look at a couple of the ETFs. Okay. So what I've got here is I asked about the grayscale ETFs, and in particular BCHG. Okay, so BCHG I think has been around for some time now. I don't know. Well, it's not as new as, say, the Bitcoin ETFs. So anyway, the BCHG will do okay this year in 2024. Okay, I do get that it increases in value, and it does better in 2025 than what it does this year. So that's what I'm getting there. Okay, 2026 is still going strong, but not. I'm getting the majority of its moves are going to come in 2025. Now, looking at this BCHG, in comparing it with the traditional Bitcoin Cash, BCH, that you hold in your own wallet, that is sovereignly you hold and you manage your own keys, you hold it in your own wallet. Whereas the ETF is owned by Grayscale and it's in a wallet. They have, they own it, really, basically, or they can, manipulate, you could say that. Anyway, so I just wanted to find out a comparable, right? So comparing this BCHG, which one would be better to be in? From Spirit's perspective, I do get that the traditional BCH does good in 2024. And you would have seen my reading. I did do a reading, a tarot reading for BCH. Have I released it yet? I don't know. I must release it. But it was an excellent reading. An absolutely excellent reading. Really beautiful. And I only did it just recently, I think last week. So my reading for Bitcoin Cash was really good, my tarot reading. And talking to Spirit about Bitcoin Cash. It is in my digital assets guide if you're curious to prices. It is well and truly one of the ones that I personally am in. I try not to, just because I'm in something, get too attached to what it is. But I'll be honest, Bitcoin Cash is something that I've been in since 2017. I've always loved this project. It's my little lovey sitting outside. I've got her outside because she plays with her toys in here and makes too much noise. So yes. All right, so the Bitcoin Cash for 2024 does very well. It does very well as well in 2025, and I will say it does excellent in 2026. Okay, so as I said, it's in my digital assets guide. I've got prices in there, but and so if you wanted to get that, you can see the prices of it. But I'm loving it. It's a really good project that is going to be not going away for a really long time. Actually, I think I get this one's here to 2033. I can read it right up till then, which is so much better than, or maybe even later. Maybe it's 2034. I can't remember. Which is so much better than what I can read for some of the others. And that's important in a project, that I can continue to read the energy of it. Okay, so that's really good. All right, I also asked about the grayscale BTC. So the BTC ETF, that is grayscale, and it's currently, I think, around about $40 right now. I don't get it progresses. This is just what Spirit tells me. I'm just giving you the information Spirit gives me, okay? That's all I can do. I don't get huge movements for it in 2024. I don't get huge movements for it in 2025. But I do get good movements for it in 2026, okay? And that's GBTC. So maybe it's a longer term hold, but yeah, I get it well over. I get it over $100 come 2026, okay? I'm just going to rattle through a few of these because it's a lot to get through. Now, the BTCW, this is the Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Fund. I like this one. I'm going to invest in it myself. I'm not invested in it yet, but I get the Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Fund does very well this year in 2024, does really good in 2025. Come 2025, I get this one over $100. So it's doing really well, continues forward in 2026, just to give you an idea, okay? I also asked about IBIT. So it's the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. Is that? Yeah. Yes. Now, this one does very well this year. I'm getting over 100 for it this year. The BlackRock IBIT, IBIT. So that does very well. I'm getting more sideways for it next year. And I can't change what I'm getting, but that's what I'm getting. So when I asked so you have an idea. My question to Spirit is IBIT a good investment in 2025? So what does good investment mean? Good investment could mean something completely different to you than what it does to me or what it does to Spirit. But, you know, Spirit is tuned in with me, so I just get, it'll be more sideways, I'm getting. It's not gaining as huge as what it did for this first year. For 2024 is when it has good moves up. Come, however, though, 2026, it does do good. So more than triple, okay? So that's really nice. I'm getting really, really good prices there. And I don't mean more than triple what its price is right now, but what more than triple its price it gets to in this year, okay? All right, so I had a little look at BTC. You know, I don't really like to read Bitcoin because it's so manipulated, but I'll just quickly give what I got. I'm getting, it'll get to its all-time high this year. There's all these predictors, these analysts that have been in the market a long time. They're not intuitives, but they just predict what they feel, and they hype. They predict and they hype, right? And this is what happened last time. So I think it was in 2021, these analysts also predicted and hyped up BTC, and in 2021 they said, oh, Bitcoin's going to get to 100,000, but I knew it wasn't, and it didn't. And I stated in my group that Bitcoin would not get over 70,000, and it didn't. So yes, there you go there. So, but I do get it'll get to its all-time high this year, but I don't get, I just think it's not going, even though it's volatile, it's still going to be slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I think one of those analysts said it was going to get to 250,000 this year or next year or something. I don't know. I'm not getting that. I'll just let you know. Okay? But it is gaining, and it will continue to gain, and it will continue to gather strength. That's what I'm getting. Although I did not ask if it was going to have any major drops. Okay? So I'll let you know there. So I get it. It's good. Going sideways. Does it reach 100K this year? It's not what I got today. Could be wrong. I'll just put that out there. Could be wrong. All right, let's continue on. What else I looked at? I looked at some other ETFs that are on yield max. Okay, and I'm going to quickly run through these because my video is going far too long. So these ETFs are on yield max. Now, the reason why I'm interested in these, because I'm diversifying my portfolio, and there is another psychic that very much likes these as well and has read some of them. And so I thought the reason why I'm diversifying is because these ones pay dividends, and that's actually a good thing. So they pay a yield. They pay a dividend. So that would be a reason, you know, to get this passive income, to be in it, if you like ETFs. So I'm going to run through these names, and I'm going to try and do it quite quickly because otherwise it's going to take too long. So just bear with me, or stop and slow down the video if you can't keep up. So the first one I looked at is Tesla, T-S-L-Y, Tesla. Yes, it does well in 2024. Yes, it does well in 2025. Come 2026, it's doubled its price. All right, and it does well. All right, I didn't get a good thing for dividends though, for some reason, and it depends on what the question, you know, how extensively I've asked my question to Spirit regarding the dividends. But I just got, you know, okay. I just got okay, all right? I'll just say that. The next one is Nfly, N-F-L-Y, which I think is Netflix, maybe? This one I get for this year is sideways, okay? So I get it still paying dividends, even though it's going sideways. I get that. Next year, I've given it 2 ticks because it does excellent next year. Okay, Nfly does excellent next year is what I got. Come 2026, it's still increasing. It doesn't do as well as 2025, but it's still doing well, and it's still doing. It does better than what it does for 2024. So maybe that, you know, you hold on to this information and maybe think it's something that you can gain some crypto moves, which is what I'm going to do, with the ones that are earlier runners, and take some benefit there, and then put some investment into some of these other baskets of investment that will have these other moves later on. So that's a possibility. So yes, I do get for Nfly, it's good. It continues forward. It's paying dividends. All right, I get a yes. It is paying dividends throughout these next 3 years, and it's good. So that's a good thing to hear. The next one is GUI, which is the Google EFT on Yield Max, okay? And it's GOOY. And I get a no for that, sorry, for 2024. I get a no for 2025, and I get a no for 2026. I just don't get anything. Yeah, sorry. Okay, the next one I've got is MSFO, which is an option income. I don't know really what MSFO is. EFT on Yield Max, but I get it does very well, and I will say excellent to very well this year. Okay, is what I'm getting. And I get the same for 2025. So I'm getting 2024 and 25. I'm getting, it does still do well in 2026, but it's more, it'll be more gradual. When I asked about does it pay dividends, I got maybe. I don't know why I got that. Maybe it's just slower. I don't know. I can't question Spirit too deeply on what I'm getting, but yeah, but it's a maybe. The dividends there, so I don't know. Maybe because it. I get the feeling the next 2 years the energy for it is a bit crazy. So I really don't know. Okay, I'm going to keep going. The next one I've got is XOMO. XOMO. I get yes. It's okay. It's good for this year, 2024. I get no for 2025. I get yes for 2026. And it continues to pay dividends okay, so that one's good. So it depends on what you're looking for, I guess. If you want something that's going to continue to pay dividends, it's important that you get in the right fund, I'm gathering. But this one does continue to pay dividends okay, is what I'm getting there. The Amazon, AMZY. I'm getting no for 2024. I'm getting no for 2025. I get yes for 2026. So it starts to pick up in 2026. I get it continues to pay dividends. That may be because it wants to keep its good name. I don't know. But I do get okay for dividends. All right. Okay. Next is OARK. Orc? Don't know how to pronounce that. OARK. Innovation option. I get yes, that'll do well this year. Okay. No for 2025. I don't, and when I say no, it might be just doing sideways. It just may not be increasing in value. I do get it will double in 2026. So yes, it does well. Paying dividends, I didn't get a yes for it. So I don't know what the deal is there. Sorry, didn't get a yes for the dividends. Don't know what's happening there. The next one is NVDY. Don't know what that is. NVDY. I just talked to Spirit and asked to hone in on the energy. I get a no for that one for this year. I get a no for next year, and I get a no for 2026. So we'll just leave it there with that. The next one I've got is CONY. 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 So I get this one does very well this year. Pretty much doubling. So this year in 2024 it does well. Next year I'm getting sideways. I'm getting sideways in 2025. Come 2026 it takes off. It's doing really well. So yeah, you could say that I get a triple there. So it's really nice. It's got good energy, this one. It pays good dividends, this one is what I'm getting. Okay. The final one I have is FBY, Meta Option. I get this one going sideways this year, so not a lot happening. It's gaining next year, so 2025, it's okay, it's gaining. I get in 2026, it's sideways. And I get, yes, it does pay dividends. It'll pay dividends. Okay. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this interesting new little look that I've done today at these different projects, not just altcoins. But yeah, I've had a look at some of these ETFs and, you know, some of these grayscale things and the BlackRock thing. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, interesting times indeed. Okay, I really should leave it there because I really have rattled on far too long. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget to hit the like button or subscribe. I seem to have lost a lot of subscribers in the last year. Maybe because I'm not producing work the way I used to be, but that's fine. I'm not going to continue producing a lot of work, but I hope that when I do produce something, it's quality. So that's what I'm looking at doing, yeah, going forward. So this was a bit of a heads up for you and to sort of help you out. I'm going to release this video that I did a tarot reading on the altcoins and how they're going to fare for 2024 going into 2025. So look out for that one. Don't forget to hit the like button to support me, and I always forget to say that, and subscribe to the channel if you want to get my readings. Okay, love and appreciation. Namaste.